Man, it's been way too long. Time to let the whole world play your songs.
Low waist, fat, tap
Blow
in.
the whistle.
Tap
Blow the
in.
whistle.
Diamonds dancing on your neck, tap
Blow the
in.
whistle.
Tap
Blow the
in.
whistle.
Get rich, tap
Blow the
in.
whistle.
Tap
Blow the
in.
whistle.
M.O.B. I see gang, tap
Blow the
in.
whistle.
Tap in.
I go on and on. Can't understand how I last so long.
Face on tidy, pockets on trigger. You better get the card and make it swipe like Tinder. Private villa in the first hit killer. When he posts me, all the get sicker.
Get a calculator, do the math. I made 1,000.
Man, are you struggling to get healthy? Got any questions on what lifestyle works best for you? Or you simply need guidance on how to get started? Well, listen, you're in the right place. Join me and a couple of my health and fitness professionals as we dive into subjects such as physical fitness, healthy nutrition, and even medical checkups. Man, let's get you right and celebrate men's health.
Hey. What's up, peeps? This is your girl, JQ. Welcome to another Men's Health Live. That's right, Men's Health Live. June is Men's Health Month, Men's Health Awareness Month, and we want to play a key role in getting you guys up to speed, giving you the knowledge, and encouraging and motivating our men to get healthy, get their checkups, be mindful of what it is for wellness, because men, listen, we need you around. Tonight's Health Live, man, the panel, when I'm telling you, dope, baby, dope. I'm so excited to have the fellas that I have on tonight. So listen, what I need you to do right now, I need you to share. That's right. Whatever platform you're on, whatever you're watching this from, share and tell everybody that Men's Health Month is going down live. And if you're watching this on a replay, share. Thanks, guys. Tune in for our sponsors. We're going to take a commercial break and we're going to be back live with our panelists. Hey, folks. If you're just now joining us, thanks for joining. We are in Men's Health Month Live. That's right, Men's Health Month Live. June, it's Men's Health Month. And baby, we're talking all things fitness, health, wellness, mental, style, fashion, anything concerning health when it comes to men. I'm super excited about who's on the panel tonight, what we're going to be talking about tonight. So you know what? Let's just jump in. Now, while I'm bringing on my next guest, what I need you to do is get your hands ready, brothers and sisters, baby. The panelist that is coming on with me tonight, we've worked in the industry together. I've watched him do some amazing things in the industry. And, you know, I am just now finding out that he does care about his health. So when I decided to bring this guy onto the panel, we interviewed, we thought about who to bring on the panel. I knew that I had to have this industry expert, first of all, and co-worker of mine, running the platform, doing it big, and living healthy. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the platform, Mr. Dre, the drummer. What up, Dre? What up?
What's up, JQ? What's up, JQ? Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure being here.
Yeah, man, it's Men's Health Month. I'm so excited to have you on the panel. So do me a favor, introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about and your passion for fitness. Tell us the scoop on your story.
Hello, everyone. As you know, my name is Dre Labordi, aka Dre the Drummer, and it's a pleasure being here. In Mental Health Month, I like to, keep three things in mind. I focus on my mental, my spiritual, and my physical. Those three things are very important to me because without my mental, I wouldn't be able to project as I project. I wouldn't be able to give out good energy as I need to be get that I need to put out, and most of all, I would not be able to be a great father to my children. So I take care of that, and I love to take care of my physical because I have to stay healthy physically to take care of my kids, to live with my kids, play with my kids, and different things of that nature. And I definitely want to live a little bit longer than 40s, 50s, or 60s. I kind of want to see my children grow up, so I got to take care of my physical. And most of all, I like to take care of what I put in. Sometimes I don't eat the best, but I try to make sure I eat right things that I know that can nourish my body. And sometimes I might stumble a little bit, especially when, with the mental, your mental can get away. But sometimes I found out my mental goes crazy when I eat crazy. So once I start eating better, my mental gets better. So I'm working right now to make sure I stay more consistent in my eating and my working out, so my mental can be at a consistent place to be a great father, a great community person, and a great co-worker, along with a lot of my other colleagues that you will be meeting here today. So I really hope that everyone take a listen, open your ears, open your minds, open your hearts to all the information that you will receive today, because today we're going to have a real conversation, and I will be as transparent as possible when it comes to my journey with mental health and the things that I use to put me at a better place, because we can always learn from each other, we can always use tools from one another to help us out in our journey of mental health. And always remember, you can't talk to somebody. Don't keep it in. You gotta let that stuff out. If you keep it in, it's definitely going to eat you up. It's definitely going to show itself, and it's really not going to come out the right way. So again, we're here talking about mental health, and I'm here to give personal cues of what I use in my life for mental health. And I just want to tap in and just say my number one thing I love is music. I love music. Music helps out a lot of things, especially when you're working out and different things like that. So we're gonna get into this conversation some more. Thank you, JQ, for allowing me to be a part of this panel and just share a little bit about my story on mental health and how I work on my mental health on a daily basis.
Okay, are we back?
Yeah, we back. We back.
We back. We back. Oh.
We back.
I have no idea what happened, but you know what? Thank you, Lord. We back. We back. We back.
We back.
Okay.
We back.
So, Dre, did you finish? Or we probably should start over. I don't know how far along you got, but ladies and gentlemen,
I finished.
you
I
did.
finished. I definitely finished. Yes, I did. I hope they got it. You know what I'm saying? I got your back. I got your back.
Well, Dre, thank you so much, and welcome to the platform. Okay, okay, you
Thank you
hold
for
on. Let's
having
see,
me.
let's see if everybody else made it back. Hey, you guys, if you are just now joining us, we are on Men's Health Month Live. Thank you so much for joining us. We've had a couple of technical difficulties, but hey, we're going to keep pushing forward. If you're just now joining the live, please share and let everybody in on all the discussions, everything they're talking about as it pertains to men's health. These topics are important, especially for our generations to come. We've got to get comfortable talking about men's health and getting men motivated and moving towards better health. So I'm excited to bring my next guest on the panel. I've actually worked one-on-one with my next guest, actually on his health journey as well. And so without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Michael Fanning to the platform.
Hey, what's up? What's up, Jay? What's
Woo!
happening? What's happening?
I'm doing well.
Glad.
I'm doing well. Thank you so much
All
for
right,
joining
right.
us tonight.
Yeah, just blessed to be here, and thanks for being on with the panel with everybody, and just listening and opening up to things that that we couldn't have on our own. You know what I mean? And just a
Yeah,
group effort and just coming together in collective minds. Appreciate the
totally. So
opportunity. Yeah.
give us a little bit about what you all do and what makes you passionate about your fitness journey.
Uh, well, what got me passionate about my health journey primarily is my mom and my dad, my parents, my mom and my dad. They just weren't really proactive about it. And I came up on about 2 years ago. I had a physical come back, an annual physical where I was borderline diabetic. So I started really paying attention that my mom always said, just wish she had done something about it at the time. So, just being proactive and not reactive to situations mentally, physically, socially, all these things. I've been working on within the past 4 years or so. So it's true, near and dear. On the mental end, on the mental part, I really feel really true and near and dear to me. It got me through a lot of things, and just understanding why we do things and how we do things, and why we don't do things is one of my biggest, things. So I was always, lacking in the physical department. You know what I mean? So I
Mhm.
reached out to an expert, Defy Fitness, shout out and get me right and good, and a lot of knowledge to that too as well. But I think a lot of aspects of socially, you know what I mean, and
Yes.
how we distance ourselves with people, and without people, knowing when to let and how to get low mentally and all that stuff, and not to be afraid to reach out is one thing that passionate about, having a good support group,
Mm.
and things of that
That's true.
nature.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true.
So,
That's true.
but
No,
the
that's
biggest thing
great.
for me is just do something you love. If you're doing something you love, it'll bring joy into you, and when you're a lot happier, bringing in mentally, you can do a lot of things. Uh, like the panelist said, when you feel good, you can do good things. You know what I mean? I do it better. I do things with better intention and better intent. So that's just the biggest thing for me is to do something you enjoy, and like to the physical part, the workout part, find something you like about it. Because if not, we know it's probably not going to stick. You know what I mean? In
Right,
any
right.
aspect, from the eating, anything. So
That's great. That is great. That's great.
yeah,
All of that, all of those are great aspects because, like you said, sometimes you have to step outside of your box, meaning you may have to elicit a resource in order to get where you want to be or get you on the right path to your journey. And so
right.
it's good to have you on the panel. Can't wait to jump in and talk about it.
Let's
And I
go.
thank you so much, Michael. Thank you.
Thank
All right, ladies and gentlemen, our next guest that we have on the panel tonight is he is super fun. The first time I met him was, of course, radio. I met him, but I knew that voice, baby. I'm down with all these voices. I got those ears that just pick up that stuff like, ooh, that's a good one, right? So then I finally got to meet him working in radio together and all of that stuff. I started following him, started looking at what he was doing. And boy, this brother right here he is deep. He's deep into the fitness. He's been working out. He does his eating right. He has his own regimen and he's very consistent, but I'm sure the journey to get there is the part that, we all miss out on. We see the end result, but we don't always see what it took to get where we're going. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm excited to bring Mr. Roj. What's up, Roj?
What's
What's
going
up?
on, JQ? How's everybody? First and foremost, we're gonna be real, right, JQ? We're just gonna be
We
real.
gonna be real.
Okay. People say I like a thirst trap, so you can't thirst trap and not be in shape. So that's
That's right.
pretty much like. But now the real reason, the real reason is like when you feel good, when you look good, you feel good, and you make things happen that way. But I actually started in college. I just ended up hanging out with one of my friends at the dorm, and he was at the field house every day working out. I ain't never lifted a weight in my life. I wasn't athletic. I wasn't all that. I was like real skinny for most of my life. But then, you hit college and you start gaining weight a little bit. So it's like you got to start putting the puzzle pieces together and kind of work out and figure out, how you want to take this thing. So later on in life, I started like the plant-based diets, and of course, you like to have fun. So it's all a balance for me. Like basically, I want to eat what I want, so I have to work that off. I want to drink what I want, so I have to work that off. And that's how it really started for me. And then as I got deeper into it, it was really more so it made me feel good. And as you get older, you realize it's necessary just to stay in shape. And as much as I move, I have to work out because nobody got time to be sick. So I have to focus on my health because I'm always doing something. And when it's time to slow down and I get sick, that's why. But for the most part, the working out part keeps me active because I'm so active and my calendar is always so full. So that's pretty much like in a nutshell why I even jumped on the fitness train.
It's funny you say that, but we all have our reasons, you know, and that's one of the things we also don't talk enough about. We
Right.
don't talk enough about, you know, what pushes us, because
Mhm.
a lot of times what pushes us, what the reason why we started has to always end up coming back around and being that
Mhm.
same motivation that keeps us
Yes.
going. You know, we've
Yes.
got that slogan that says, remember why you started. And for me personally, that is really my genuine motivation that keeps me going. You know, being transparent, today I started back on my weightlifting journey. I've gained all the weight back, but I kind of want to, you know, tighten up. I don't want to be as flabby as I was. And
Right.
people tend to think that just because you're in fitness or you're, you know, holistic health and wellness, I have my master's, it doesn't mean that I don't struggle or I don't have to be. It's a constant journey.
Yeah.
So whether you're going from big to small, small to big, whatever it is, your journey is your journey. And we are here to talk about it with the men. So Roger, thank you so much for joining us on the panel tonight.
No.
All right, guys, we are going to give our commercial sponsors a few breaks. And when we come back, we're going to bring all three of the fellas on and we're going to dive right in to the talk. Remember, don't forget to share. If you're watching this on a replay, share. Our official hashtag is FD, Men's Health. That's FDMENSHEALTH. Let me go a little slower. Somebody said slow. Okay. FDMENSHEALTH. Hashtag FD Men's Health. Let's hear from our sponsors.
Man, it's been way too long. Time to let the whole world play your songs.
Low waist, fat, tap
Blow the
in.
whistle.
Tap
Blow the
in.
whistle.
Diamonds dancing on your neck, tap
Blow the
in.
whistle.
Tap
Blow the
in.
whistle.
Get rich, tap
Blow the
in.
whistle.
Tap
Blow the
in.
whistle.
MOB, I see gang, tap
Blow the
in.
whistle.
Tap in.
I go on and on. Can't understand how I last so long.
Face on tighty, pockets on trigger. You better get the card and make it swipe like Tinder. Private villa in the first hit killer. When he posts me, all the get sicker.
Get a calculator, do the math. I made 1,000.
Hey. What up, fellas? What up? How you doing?
Good,
We
good.
here.
Thanks for having
We
us.
up in this
We
thing.
here.
Wait a minute. Maybe we lost Mike. Maybe he'll jump back in here in a second. You know, guys, welcome. If you have been tuning in, welcome to Men's Health Month Live. We have men on the panel. It's June, and we're talking about all things fitness, health, wellness, nutrition, mentality, spirituality, relationships. When it comes to health, we're talking about all of it. But as it pertains specifically to our men, right? As it pertains specifically to our men. Tonight on the panel, we've got Dre, Roger, and Michael, and they all have a different health story. But this night, we're all talking about things that concern us. You know, we're diving in, we're having an open discussion, and we want to be transparent. We want you to be transparent. If you got a question or you want to interject something, please do type it in, because we're going to be looking forward to the questions at the end. So guys, let's just jump right on in. The first question I have, and this is really just an open discussion question. I have a lot of men that come to the gym and they say, oh, I don't want to be trained by a female. They don't want to hear any advice from a female. But on the same other side of that, they don't want to go and have a male doctor feeling all around on them. You understand what I'm saying? But they don't want to have necessarily a woman. They'll come to a woman for advice. They'll come to a woman and ask for a meal plan. But you see very few men in the gym, fitness, training, working out with a female lead. And I say lead on purpose because I see men working out with females all the time, you know, working out together. Feedback. Volano, you wait till last because your experience hasn't been that. But, you know, help me understand why the woman thing is like a teeter-totter.
Well, that could mainly be a mental thing more than anything. Most men don't like women telling them what to do. Yeah, we'll confide in you. We come to you for advice and do that type of thing. But I think as far as that's like saying you're out working on the car, right? You don't want the lady to come out and tell you what tools to use, right? Because you're supposed to know that. As a man, you're supposed to know that. So as far as fitness and lifting weights and all that stuff, yeah, they can get the advice and everything from their homeboys, but I think it makes them feel away mentally listening to a lady tell them what they need to do in the gym. Even if the woman is trained and certified and whatever have you, now some dudes don't have no problems with it, but I think that seems to be one of those situations where it's he-man woman hater type situation. You know what I'm saying? Like
Oh,
that masculine joint. Like, can't no woman tell me what to do in the gym. What she can't
yeah,
bench, she can't do this, she can't do that, or whatever have you. But they'll definitely come to a female doctor because, in a sense, the doctor thing is a little more intimate, right? You don't
totally.
want another guy that's like hiding in the gym, in the shower, in the locker room. Like, I don't want that dude looking at me. You know what I'm saying? I feel that's probably where that is along the lines. But let's be real too. Most men, definitely black men, like don't go to the doctor at all. So
Exactly. Exactly. I mean, that's one of our major conversational topics is what this is initially leading to is because
mhm.
no matter male or female, men don't want to go to the doctor. Whether a woman is pushing them, whether they need to go, getting the prostate check right now, that's a topic because
Mhm.
men don't want to go get, as the words say, fondled, but again, that's a whole
That's a
other
whole nother. That's a
She
whole
said
story.
nother.
fumble.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Oh, Jesus.
That's a
We need a
whole.
whole nother live just for that shit chat.
Right.
Fact.
Dre, what about you? How can you
I'm
what
a.
what makes the difference?
I'm gonna say that's a twofold. Roger kind of hit on it just a little bit, but you gotta kind of twist it just a little bit. Let's say half, maybe let's just say roughly 25% of males are married. Maybe they want to work out, but if their trainer looks, let's just keep it real. If their trainer is more fit than their spouse and they want to
Yes.
work out all the time, that could be an issue mentally in itself because men are very visual at some point. So if we see our trainer showing us how to do squats the right way, and and you know what I'm saying, it's gonna be hard, and then you go home to your wife, and your wife is like, "Yo, what's on? Why you like this right now? Why did you stay longer in your workout?" Conversations can lead to other conversations, and then the trainer can actually see your growth. So I was raised that if a guy and a woman spent enough time together, there's going to be some form of relationship or bond that happens, even if it's on a friend level or intimate level. So at some point, where's that line drawn if you're in a relationship? And then outside, if you're not in a relationship and you're single, you don't want to seem like you thirsty, saying trying to get the best looking trainer in town, or you be like you telling everybody that's my trainer like that's your woman or something, then you kind of make then it looks kind of crazy when it comes to business and how you're advertising, how you working out, who you working out with. Or it might look
Ooh.
crazy to the outside people and be like, nah, that's just my trainer. Well, they don't look like no trainer to me. I don't know. So there's so many other ways that a guy probably looks at that when he's getting a trainer is like, okay, it's safer to get a friend of mine. It's safer to get a guy that's lifting 500 pounds because it's not intimidating to anybody outside of outside of that circle. So that's another way to look at it as well too. It can be a battle in itself for on a marriage side and on a single side.
It's funny you say that because relationships, making healthy choices, deciding
Mhm.
how your health journey is going to look, who it's going to include. Relationships is a major part of men's health that we kind of throw under the rug because the word relationship is used more when it comes to women's wellness, having healthy relationships with friends, and but you don't have that healthy conversation about relationships when it comes to your boys, you know what I'm saying, or things of that nature. And so again, one of the major awareness issues, that the reason why we selected to do men's health panels, is because talking out loud about issues that are everyday things when it comes to men that we don't talk about, that are hush hush, that are not supposed to be talked about because it's a man thing. Even mentality. It's so crazy that after COVID, men are I mean, the levels of mental health have skyrocketed in men and women, and the men are really experiencing a lot of turmoil when it comes to COVID, you know. So, but again, that is a whole nother lie, because mentality and mental health, when it comes just your mental health from COVID, dude, that right there, you know, we're all
Right.
gonna be recovering over the next 6-7 centuries from the COVID mental health epidemic.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So, Michael,
Facts.
I know for a fact you chose a female trainer on purpose. Now, you are on the opposite end of that. You know, you weren't considering relationships. You didn't worry about what anybody was, you know, talking about. But you did choose a female trainer. Where and how and what? Give me the deets.
Well, for me, it was all about knowledge base. I mean, I've always, I've had a male doctor practitioner and a female, you know what I mean? A man and woman practitioner. And I think it's all about knowledge and energy for me. You know what I mean? Like somebody keep you motivated when I'm not motivated. You know what I mean? Is one of the biggest reasons why I chose, my personal trainer, so the reason why, just that energy, I'm like a conduit when it comes to a lot of things. Can do it, can't do it. When you use yourself as a conduit, it helps you where you can do it better into where you're optimized. But for me, it was just knowledge base and energy in that case for the personal trainer. Plus, knew you through other people personally, you know what I mean, too. And it was consistent, the knowledge base, how long, you've been doing it, the results, that you get, not just with yourself, but with other clients as well. And I got to see that firsthand. So, but that was really it. But going to the female, I think why a lot of men, I think it becomes like a competition thing too. Like, I wasn't going. I don't know. I think it might be egotistical too. Like, you know what I mean? Like, how can a woman push me like a man can? Well, it doesn't know. It's just knowledge based sometimes, and I just think sometimes people overlook that it doesn't matter necessarily who. It's the how. You know what I mean
Yeah.
too. But I just think. For me, I would do a male trainer too, but I just would want the same energy, knowledge base, and just motivational platform for me. That's what the main reason for me was.
You know, it's funny that you said a little bit about the ego and the competition. Men's Health Magazine, they do surveys all the time, and based on the topics of awareness that were going on for this month. This year, one of our topics that we wanted to focus on was ego and competition. So they did a survey, and based on the survey, ego, based on how they picked a trainer or the healthy choices they made, ego ranked 72%. So that was the highest thing that men made their choices based on how they were going to feel and if they were going to be in competition with someone, their pride, and if they were going to be in competition with someone. Now, this is the reason why men don't talk about things.
Right.
You know,
And it's okay. Yeah, that I'm fortunate to have a good brother, a male companion that I have a relationship with. I had the perspective, but we have relationships with everything. There's a lot of people treat their phone better than they do their body.
Ooh,
You have a
say
relationship with everything. You got a relationship with, do you have a relationship with your body for one? But I might treat an object that I have a relationship with that I use in such a manner, whatever, better than my own self. And I think we get caught up in a lot about that. And what about our body? We only get one. I can go buy another tech item that I'll indulge in and protect with my life.
yes.
You know what I mean? So just yeah.
Yeah, you know, and people are out here, what you said, they will protect an item. And give you an example of that. Men now are buying calves, they're buying chest muscles, they're buying pecs, they're buying biceps, and just like women, they are also purchasing and animating their bodies surgically. Okay, the same way that that women are. But then the issue becomes, well, the reason why they're doing it is based on pride, ego, and looks. It's all about what we look like on the outside. And men are struggling with this too. But we overlook the inside. And men are overlooking the inside, which is why
Facts.
healthy choices. How do we choose? what gives us the confidence or the pride as far as men concerned to make healthy choices?
Well, I'm gonna tell you where part of the problem lies too. I'm gonna say it's a problem, but not necessarily for me. It depends on the day or whatever, how I'm feeling or whatever. But like the social media aspect of it, right? You
Big
see
time.
everybody
That's
like
the answer.
we all know our angles and whatever have you, but we don't know everybody else's angles. And we get on social media and we scrolling and we seeing the flexing and the pose, and it's like, well, I was gonna lay down today. I was gonna get some rest today, but let me head to this gym because I want to post a picture too. I want you to see my arms popping, and I want you to see my abs. You know what I'm saying? Like that. I found myself
Validation.
doing that, and there's been days that I have had to choose physical rest over going to the gym, because if I go to the gym tired, it's not like I'm gonna get anything done productively, right? But you have to know you got to know your body, you got to know yourself, and sometimes it requires that you talk to yourself out loud. Like I'm legit, like, in my mind, because summer's coming and I want to be out with the shirt off and I want to be flexing on the gram and on the book or whatever have you. But I've also been working and curating events and hosting and radio and TV and putting together shows. And a mental exhaustion is far worse than physical exhaustion for me. And when I get to that point, it's like I legit have to tell myself, like, brother, because I just already so like I can't get sick. Like I have too much going on, and if I get sick, that's a whole recovery period that's slowing down. There's just more work for you when you get better. So I will say that, and I mean it's for women too, but I know for men, I don't know, I'm not the only one. I get on social media and I see my brothers out here doing whatever, and the athletes or the athletic bodies, and you don't know, like you said, you probably purchased some of them body parts, but it could either motivate you.
Yep.
It could either motivate you, or it could either kill your self-esteem or make you more proud, because you want to flex too, basically. So you have to know the difference, I would say. What reality is. Everybody's body is different. Everybody's body type is different. You're not gonna look like whoever on TV. You're not gonna look like Omari Hardwick, or you're not gonna look like Morris Chestnuts or whatever. Like I'm not built like that. But you know what? I'm gonna be the best build I can be. I'm gonna do the best look I can look, because my body type is different. Just take care of your body, know your body, and quit comparing so much to the next man. Just make sure you take care of your temple, and then you can flex. Then somebody looking at you like you crazy.
Right.
This is facts. But like you were saying though, you also, it's still a part of being your mental side of mental health as well, because if you're comparing yourself to somebody else, if you're comparing yourself to the next person, you're mentally not okay with your own self, and you would go above and beyond to be comfortable with yourself. And that's just how I feel it sometimes. Then we live in a microwave society where everybody wants results like this, and they really don't want to enjoy the process. Sometimes the process is ugly. You know what I'm saying? Trying to work out at 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning, and you still
all the
feeling
time.
2 days ago workout. And you still got to go and push yourself because your muscles are getting stronger. So you feeling that burn, but you still got to keep going. So sometimes we have to get off our lazy horses. And I speak for that for myself, because sometimes, I was part of a challenge. Some days I didn't even want to get up. My arms are hurting. My abs are hurting. I'm like, there is no way impossible I'm gonna get this done. But like Rosie said, you gotta mentally put yourself there. Like, what is my why? Why do I want to do this? Is it for personal gain? This is for view gain, whatever it may be. Even if it's for view gain, you might be a model and need to have it stitched like that. But you still gotta be okay with going through the process.
Yeah.
And if you're not okay with going through the process, talk to somebody about going through the process, because the process is not easy. But you have to go through the process when it comes to working out, fitness, and all that type of stuff. You got to be okay with the process. And the process there's no shortcuts when it comes to working out. None. You got to run the mile. You got to lift the weights. You got to do the reps. You got to do all of that.
Sweat. You got to sweat.
You got to do that one more. You got to do one more. You got to do one more.
It's funny how when we talk about health and wellness, Everybody wants to have something to say about fitness, right? And because fitness is the physical part, it's the physical part where we get to see, right?
Mm.
But what about the spiritual part? What
Mm.
about that inner work that's a part of mental health? What about that medical work, the social work that's a part of going to the doctor, getting your teeth cleaned, getting your balls checked, making sure that your eyes are legit, getting your liver and your colon cleansed? Those are the things that I think men just simply ignore. The physical fitness part is the part that they struggle to do. But what about the choices that we have to do, the agendas, the routines? You know, women go get their nails done, dudes go get their hair done. Women, we get our breasts checked like never before. But oftentimes, the survey here says that 1 in 12 men, 1 in 12. So if I lined all of you guys up, neither one of y'all would have gotten your balls checked. You understand what I'm saying? Now, I don't know if you guys have, but 12, 1 in every 12. And this is for males. Let me tell you what it says about black men. 1 in every 22. That's almost double.
Mm.
If I lined up 22 black men, one of them would get his balls checked regularly. The other ones would wait until there was a problem.
Then some of them still won't go.
And they still won't go.
Right.
There's a problem.
Mm.
There is a problem. You know, we've got to change this. Our children, our boys, we have to let them understand that it's not about what they see on social media. It's not just going to the gym. Health is not just what you look like. Because think about it. We all know someone that don't look like they should be dead. The stats say that Jimmy John and Terry Lewis don't look like they should be dead from a heart attack. My dad did not look like he would have prostate cancer, but he did because he waited to the last minute to get it checked. There's a problem. There's a missing link. Help me. Help me, men. What's the deal?
I mean, I would say there's a plethora of reasons why. I would say one is because a lot of men don't believe in insurance or using insurance for real. Two, I know me personally, I wasn't taught about taking care of my body in that way until later down the line, probably into what my early 30s, and I'm looking at 40 right now. Tomorrow's my birthday, so I'm looking at 40,
Hey, happy
and
birthday.
I didn't appreciate that, and I didn't really hear about the prostate cancer, you know, checking your colon and all this other stuff to my early 30s. But if they would have start teaching that just like they teach you working out with for football and basketball and different things like that, if they made of your inside work, let's call it your inside workout for lack of terminology on my end. But if they made that more important, just as they do working out your quads, working out your muscles, working out your calves, if they made it just that important, we will probably see that number come down tremendously. And I would say last to combat that with that number is the fact that men as seeing as the providers, we're finding ways to we always have to work. We always have to take care of financial obligations, children and things like that. So the last thing on our mind, which should really be first, 9 times out of 10, the last thing on our mind is our health because we're putting so many other things before our health. And then when our health comes to play, we can't make no money for our children, or 9 times out of 10, we didn't leave nothing behind because our focus has been out of whack because we're not mentally in tune with of how we should be taking care of our body. We're from understanding and growing where I'm growing from. We've been doing things backwards. We work on that physique, then we work on time, and then we say, "Oh, this is a possibility of an illness. Let me start doing this for a second. Let me start looking at this." And by this time, it's too late. So we gotta start using things, turn it around a different and start, teaching mental health just like we teach athletics.
Facts. That's facts. Mike, what do you think? I mean, why
Well,
are we taking so
I,
long for men to
I've
catch on?
I've had my balls checked. But I was in my house. I was raised that I had a family practitioner, and carried on and stuff of that nature. So got annuals. I get annuals and things of that nature as far as like blood work and things of that nature. So it's just something that my family, my mom and dad always did. I seen them do so. But I think one of the complications come in, I think, with the egotistical part too. I think some people, think they might be too big or too bad to get something so small inside you, that could be so significant too. I just think we sometimes, like you said, to echo, we get really busy with day-to-day stuff, trying to be the man, the provider, the protector, that we're not protecting ourselves. We're protecting everybody else but ourselves, type thing. Yeah, but I don't know. I one of my best friends, he wasn't, in conversations we have, about doctor and just kind of, rubbed off on him, and, just going to the doctor is important, but we talk about it. You know what I mean? That's the biggest thing is, when's the last time you talked to your homeboy about something and not a female or a relationship or something? Or what about something that's going on inside with you that you might understand, that y'all might have a commonality that you don't even know? Like, oh, me too. Okay, now, you're not alone. I think it's the embarrassment of am I the only one? You know what I mean? Until they get to the point of, oh shit, oh crap, it is what I didn't want it to be, and scared to ask about and talk about. You know what I mean? I think too, it's the embarrassment of talking about having your balls checked or having a colonoscopy or saying, or whatever, done, or if it's that time, and if it's for the best, and for your inner self. And to echo as well, they got us always teaching us to look what's good on the outside and not in. If it just comes from the inside out, like echoing what Dre said, beautiful thing, man. If we work on ourselves inside out, I think we get a lot more consistent results. It's going to the doctor and understanding what's going on inside is affecting everybody on the outside.
I think that's true. I think it's what we all know is that, again, health and wellness is not just one aspect. It's dimensional. And it's three-dimensional. When I say three-dimensional, it's not just fitness, but it's fitness and how you work out, when you work out, what you're doing when you work out, consistency. There's so much. It's not just going to the doctor. It's when do I get my balls checked? When do I get my teeth done? What do happen from there? Maybe am I supposed to do it at 12? I don't got no insurance.
Right. And you can't and you can't just go to the doctor and get the remedy and go home and sit on it. You know what I mean? It's like that workout. You got the workout plan, but are you working it?
That's exactly right. That's the next thing. We got all these resources. We're not using them. We have all this information and we're holding it to ourselves due to pride, ego, and all of those things. And men, y'all need to get it together. I mean, we need y'all around, and you're dying faster than women are. Women are outliving y'all. What's up? We can't flourish without men, and men can't flourish without women. We need you, especially in our African American community. Now I'm gonna get a little sensitive here because Mike, we know that you're a white guy, and your parents talk to you about that. That is so normal in the Caucasian community, because here it says statistically that only 12% of Caucasian males don't go to the doctor. I'm gonna tell you how many of minority males. Minority males are at 64%. And of that 64%, Black African Americans make up 42% of that 4. And these are African American males between the age of 25 and 50, not going to the doctor.
But also I feel
you said about insurance, that's the statistics on here. So we always think it's because we don't have insurance. That 64% of men that are not going to the doctor, the African American Black men that are not going, 30% of those have insurance. So more than half have the insurance. Why are we not going?
It's the conversation.
We get the benefits.
It's the conversation. We don't talk. We don't talk as men, one,
That's right.
and we definitely don't talk in the black household about health. We
That's
don't
right.
talk about in the black household about financial literacy. We don't talk about health and wellness, mental health. I think it's been a shift here recently, and it's probably due to COVID. This is the most I've heard discussed about mental health. Period. We don't discuss it. It's always been that in the house, under the rug type situation. It stays in the four walls of the house. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't discuss things that can better us on all levels, not just the physical, but just spiritual, financial. We don't talk about it. We don't talk about it. So that may be an advantage of, say, Michael may have, because he said he's got his balls checked. I'm gonna be the one on this line to tell you I ain't got my balls checked yet, but I do. I don't know. But it's like it's not something that's crossed my mind. I feel like in reality, I don't even have my own personal doctor. When I get sick, I go to the urgent care or ER or whatever. But it's rare that I'm sick. So in my mind, I'm not in need of a doctor. You know what I'm saying? But in actuality, over the past few years, yeah, I know. But there comes the laziness part too. Get your ass up and go and do the research.
Mhm.
Get you a doctor. Go get the physical. Go get the checkup. But your mind, your schedule, and everything else is everywhere. So you're not thinking about it. So we like all the points that we've touched on. You're so busy doing everything else, so busy taking care of everybody else, that you're not taking care of yourself, or at least thinking about what else do I need to be doing to make sure that I'm fine. You know what I'm saying? So
Right. I
I
know
think
that
it's
you
really,
guys,
I think it's really just a discussion for the most part, especially among men, among black men, and among black households. Like, it's just not something that's discussed.
what are the solutions, guys? I mean, we talk about men's health now on panels like this, but how do we get those talks happening in our household with our kids, amongst brothers, amongst men? How do we get them motivated? That is a big topic of, especially right now after the COVID, the mental health community, professionals, people in wellness, we are struggling. And I say we because I'm included in that as a holistic and health professional. We are struggling to find the resources and the avenues to get men, black men, all men, motivated to be more aware and more active on health. And we're not just talking fitness. We can get a man to go to the gym all day long. We can't get him to eat right. We can't get him to see his doctor. We can't get you guys to see a mental health professional when you're having a problem. We can't even get you to talk to your wives, your girlfriends. We can't even get a group of men together to talk about real issues that they're struggling with. Funniest thing, and then I'm gonna let you guys answer that. It seems like it would be so easy to get a panel of men together, right? But if I don't know you, you won't talk to me. I have to. This is my 4th year. This is our 4th year. And every man that we've invited to be on the panel, if they don't know someone else on the panel or they're not familiar with the host, the first question they say is, well, what are we going to talk about? Oh, I'm not comfortable with that subject. Comfortable talking about that subject. But if it's someone they know, all day long. I don't understand the connect there. And I understand feeling comfortable with somebody but we can't keep waiting on comfort. Our men are dying. Our children are missing the important aspect of understanding that health really is wealth, male or female.
True.
It's as simple as just doing it. I know that sounds easy.
Simple, right?
It's
But
as
how
simple
we do
as
it? How we do
it's
it,
as simple as doing it. And you have to shake the fear, you have to shake the pride, you have to shake the ego. You know what I'm saying? You're more apt to have a conversation with a guy that you don't know if alcohol is involved.
True.
If you're sober, you're more aware of what's going on. So you're conscious about what you're saying and how much you're revealing, how transparent you're being. But you don't care about that if you got that yak in your system. You know what I'm saying? So if you want a full panel that's gonna do what it do, get them shots, Jay. Give them some shots. And we gonna have the conversation.
So what you're saying is, I gotta get y'all drunk. I gotta get y'all unhealthy
Yes.
start talking about health.
Throw a chicken wing in there and it's over, baby. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, you so right, man. If I say I got donuts
That's
and
the most
refreshments
unhealthiest
and
conversation.
all kinds of crazy stuff, people gonna come out. You are
Yes.
so
Yeah.
right. They gonna come out.
DoorDash, hey, DoorDash you a meal on one of these and see how many people come. Set you some DoorDash meals out, and I bet you have more panels.
Facts. You so right. You so facts. Well, guys, you
Hey,
know
but
what?
I think just kind of echo what Roger said too. It's just it's so simple, but it's so complicated because it's on us when we leave here as us three. Will we us three even talk again? You know, us four or us three men. I'm talking about the men. Well, and then what? It's the groundwork, right? It's the footwork afterwards. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, now we know that we're willing to talk about it. Like I can find two people, you can find two, etc. It's to each one teach one mentality of, but we got to find like-minded people who want to do it as well. You know what I mean? I just think it's the footwork. It's gonna be the people that's gonna do it 2 days and don't come back or whatever. You know what I mean? But I think it's on us when we lead these conversations of how serious we really are about what we saying. They want to spread the word to our other brothers. You know what I mean? No matter who they are.
That's
I agree.
man, me too. I mean, we're living in a world where, you know, authenticity is key. So the more I would say, the more, like you were saying, us men get comfortable with having these uncomfortable, healthy conversations, talking about health, mental
Mm.
health, and saying I'm not okay, or instead of saying, "Are you good?" Yeah, I'm all right. You know, once that becomes more of a habit, like the mental health word or phrase is now, I think we would get those numbers down that we saw. Those are numbers that I would have never thought it would have been at that level, those high of a numbers of men not going to the doctor or not getting checked. Yeah, I get my checkup too, you know, I gotta get a physical. But it was very weird. If I never played sports, I would have never
True.
understand the importance of a physical or why you need a physical. That's the only reason why a physical or understanding what it was for. And they was asking the question like, man, why I
And
gotta
I
bend over and cough?
and I think
What
that
is that
made that
for?
help
You
you made
know?
that I think that helped you make that connection with it, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, okay, now
yeah,
I made the connection. Now, for some,
yeah.
for like you can't make nobody change. What they say, you can't make the correction until they made the connection. Like correction will
Fact.
not be made until they made the connection. You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah.
something as simple and like that. Just to understand why I need it, but I don't need it just for sports. I need it for me, my
For
body
life.
too. You know what I mean? Just as important for me to
Yeah.
play a sport as I'm playing a sport called life. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So yeah,
Big thing. Big
yeah.
thing. So we got to get comfortable with asking, hey, did you go to the doctor? Did you go to your quarterly checkup, your annual checkup? You know, it's the end of the year, it's the beginning of the year. You know, you put your body through a lot of stress, you
Mhm.
know, and all that type of stuff. So you got to make sure your body is not responding in the wrong way. Because 9 times out of 10, we get sick because we hold in our stress. It's not
Mhm.
because we're able to verbalize our stress or talk about our stress. Our stress stays inside. Maybe we work out more than we should. That's making our heart work. You know what I'm saying? Our heart is pumping harder. Our heart is still pumping from the workout 2 days ago, but we still pushing ourselves because we stressed. Then there
Yeah.
goes a whole heart attack and stuff because you know we all those type of things. So having these type of conversations are definitely healthy and needed to be able
Right.
to teach everybody else to be like, nah, it's more than just working out. It's more than just talking to a therapist. It's more than just eating right. It's literally a consistent mental, physical, and spiritual journey that you have to go on when it comes to mental health because you got to know your body and you got, like Rose
Right.
said, you got to know when you get sick.
Right.